I'm Aaron Maté, sitting in for Jimmy Dore, here with Americans comedian Kurt Metzger and the miserable liberal Steph Zamorano. And guess what, everybody? Pete Buttigieg finally made it to East Palestine, Ohio. He did it.
Did he miss his dinner?
And a reporter named Savannah Hernandez caught up with Pete.
Oh, it's great.
When he was on the ground.
Mayor Pete, why did it take you an entire 2.5 weeks to actually get here to respond to East Palestine? Will you apologize to the residents of this city for the slow response? To the government's slow response, do you have any apology?
I'm a press person, I can help you.
Sure. So can we ask why it took him almost 3 weeks to get here?
I'm sorry, I don't want to do this on camera.
What was his personal time off while there was a tragedy happening here?
And can we also ask too why he waited until President Donald Trump came here to actually make an appearance? This is a very important question that people across America would like to know.
I'm happy to have a conversation with you. I do not want to be on camera.
Please put your cameras away.
I'm sorry, we're on a public area, so we are allowed as press.
You guys, I would like you guys to turn your cameras off.
You're not on my camera.
Well, I'm on a camera. I would like your cameras to be off, and then I'm happy to talk to you guys.
Well, if you're the press secretary of the Department of Transportation, don't you think you should be able to ask questions from the American public that you serve?
Absolutely. I would like to do it without the camera on.
Can I ask why?
I think that is a little bit aggressive.
Aggressive to film.
Okay, Turning Point USA, great work, first of all, but have a hidden camera on you, then go, sure, we'll turn it off so we can laugh while you still film them. Little advice.
And of course, this is East Palestine, where there's been this awful train derailment, and the company involved, Norfolk Southern, blew up the chemicals because that supposedly was the
controlled burn of the chemicals.
Controlled burn, yeah. Not finding there's no other way apparently but to blow up the chemicals and unleash these toxins on this town.
They gave everybody $5 a piece.
That's why.
Why is it aggressive? I'm on behalf of the American people. I'm just asking why he has not been here until Donald Trump came.
Asked them several times for them to turn the cameras off, and they will not do it.
She's been able to walk away. Would you like to go inside?
I do not. I will walk this way.
Can I ask what the secretary is going to do with the picture of Jenny Dore? He took her the other day when she was asking a question in Washington, D.C.
I'm happy to answer your questions. I would like you guys to not have your cameras on.
I had my camera off a minute ago. If I turn it off,
you all have your cameras on. I can see them. You guys, I'm happy to have this conversation.
All right, y'all. So we are with the press secretary for Pete Buttigieg, and right now we are being told that we are not supposed to be filming. Again, we are here on behalf of the American public because we would like to have the conversation, and we would like to ask the question as to why, again, it took almost 3 weeks for Pete Buttigieg to be here on the ground. He waited until Donald Trump came here to actually be here and speak to residents. The people here have been quite tight-knit about when we can ask questions. And again, we're here on behalf of the American public, and we wish we could be able to ask these questions, but for some reason, we're not allowed.
So that's the reporter there being shunned. And, it should be pointed out, I believe they're a right-wing outlet. So there's a partisan interest here in making people that just look bad, but they're asking legit questions.
Of a press secretary. Yeah. I'll say it, but not on camera?
Yeah. Where have you been? And apparently, even after the cameras were turned off, according to this reporter, their questions weren't answered. So
yeah, of course,
turning off the camera didn't accomplish anything.
Do you see a pattern here? There's the AOC pattern, and then this thing of I'm not supposed to answer your damn questions. And somebody else I just saw doing the same thing. They all think they don't have to. Oh, when somebody's asking Greta Thunberg questions, and they're like, "All right, I'm just a spokesman. Why should I have to talk?"
So here is the mayor of East Palestine, and he's not happy with Biden visiting Ukraine instead of Ohio.
I got straight. He asked, before we go, I can repeat. He said, with the president being in Ukraine today, did that surprise you?
Absolutely. That was the biggest slap in the face. That tells you right now he doesn't care about us. So
agreed.
He can send every agency he wants to, but I found that out this morning in one of the briefings that he was in the Ukraine giving millions of dollars away to people over there, not to us. And I'm furious.
On President's Day in our country.
Yeah, President's Day in our country. He's over in Ukraine, so that tells you what kind of guy he is.
All right. Well, listen, you two hang in there.
Trent Conaway, the mayor of East Palestine, and here is Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House spokesperson, being asked about this criticism.
The mayor of East Palestine said that it was a slap in the face that the president had gone to Ukraine. before he went to East Palestine. Does the president have any reaction to those comments?
Look, I'll say this, and I kind of said this at the top already, which is, I laid out what we have done since the derailment of February 3rd, and how we were on the ground very early on. And we believe that we have had a all of government, all hands approach to this, not just with the agencies, but also with the different teams here in the White House. You think about the Intergovernmental Affairs, you think about Office of Leg Affairs, and also the National Security Council have been all hands on deck. And that is because of this president's leadership. And that is because of what he has asked his team to do and what he has asked the agencies to do. So look, we're going to hold Norfolk Southern accountable. As I've mentioned, they've been investigating what caused the derailment, monitoring for environmental and health impacts, and screening over 550 homes, as I mentioned. EPA has ordered the railroad company to clean up its mess and pay for all expenses. And if it doesn't, the EPA said that they will make the company pay 3 times more. And Secretary Buttigieg has also written to Norfolk Southern to make clear that the industry's pattern of resisting safety regulations must change.
Yeah, Pete Buttigieg also said he was going to take actions against the airlines when they were canceling all those flights and price gouging. And that
he had dinner.
Doing live stand-up comedy in Tempe, Palm Springs, Milwaukee, Nashville, Northampton, Massachusetts, Syracuse, Cohoes, New York, and Hartford, Connecticut. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets and become a premium member. Get access to all our content.